Hi everyone, welcome back. In this shot we can see a preview of this episode. As always, we start with the unboxing. Feel free to pause the video every time you need. We can see some of my sizes in other brands and also a closer look of this label. We don't find anything else in the box. Here we can see both of them, but we start with the left foot because we want to see if the quality is consistent or not. If you care about cushioning, you should pay attention to this part. Very poor values here, as we can see. I will try to leave some ratings just to get yourself a better idea which part of the sneakers I like it and which I don't. So these sneakers are 60 euros or $65. For me they are a downgrade in comparison with Galaxy 6, so I don't see why they are more expensive. They are probably a little bit more lightweight, but you lose in cushioning, so I don't like that trade. As I said, that foam is firm, so it's not my favorite, obviously. The outsole has in between 1 and 2 millimeters. The rubber doesn't feel bad, but it's thin and is having exposed foam in that outsole. I don't see the need for that. If at this point you are wondering which alternative do I have in Adidas, well, the only model that I find it till this date I think is the Adidas Response. Those have better outsoles, better cushioning than these ones, and they are only 15 euros more. So for that price, of course, I will choose those over these ones any day. If somehow you don't want to pay that much over, you still have Galaxy 6, which are better than these ones in my opinion. And they are cheaper with 5 euros than these ones. So as you can see in these images, there is a reason that I always want to have full rubber outsoles. I mean, it's just common sense for me, because that happened to me for a few times now to get poked in the outsoles. They have exposed foam, so why will I want to repeat that? You know, like if it happens to you once at least, well, you kind of learn your lesson, you know, like you don't have to do it more than one time. So in order to prevent happening that again, you just look for sneakers that have full rubber outsoles, if you can find them, obviously, because these days that is so hard, almost impossible, to be honest. All the brands, they are doing the same thing right now, cutting the rubber from the outsoles, which is a huge mistake, and I hate seeing them being that greedy, you know. Because a pair of shoes that have a thicker rubber outsole, they will last. Because for example, New Balance 1080 lasted me 3 years, and it wasn't the outsole that failed in the end, it was the lining that had inside. That was the weakest point in those sneakers. I had some Nike Invincible 2, those had full rubber outsoles, but those had very thin full rubber outsoles. I mean like 1 millimeter in the thinnest part, and because of that they start to peel off. In 2 or 3 weeks they already came off. Here we have the right foot, and here we can see the labels that came with these sneakers. Pause the video every time you need. To be fair, I didn't find any issues with them, so I won't spend too much time with this second sneaker. They didn't have problems with the stitching or the gluing. Here we have a closer look to this upper. It's okay, nothing special. It gets the job done and it's not too expensive, to be fair. Again, in this shot we can see the outsole. Like I said, no issues with this outsole. I didn't see problems with the stitching or the gluing. By the way, if you are wondering how much can this outsole cost, well, I can tell you that is around 6 euros. That is the price right now if you want to buy somewhere. Even if you are not a professional, you'll find it with 6 euros. If you are professional, you'll find it much economic than that. And with 6 euros is full rubber outsole and with the good thickness in that outsole. The footbed is firm. And here we have a comparison with other sneakers. This might be useful for some of you. As I said before in the beginning of this video, these sneakers are true to size and this is how they fit to my feet. This is the size of the insoles, but inside I still have plenty of space, so they are not too small for me. And now a better look without the laces. The elasticity feels okay for my taste, and they feel durable enough, those laces. I like that this tongue is wide enough for my feet and it has the right thickness. Of course, it could have been a bit more breathable, but this is how they are for 60 euros. As I said before, that footbed feels hard like a rock. This cloud foam is nothing special, it's one of the least that I like it in Adidas. It's too firm for my taste, that's why I don't like it. The thickness of this cage is around 1.5 millimeters or so. I like that the padding is not too much in these sneakers. About this upper, I like the texture and the feeling is soft upper. It doesn't feel too plasticky like others feels, you know, in this price range. In this shot I'm trying to show you the internal stack. This is what you find inside. That is the real midsole. In these sneakers is a bit closer than others. In what you see is what you get regarding the midsole thickness. The comfort feels very good, but the cushioning is lacking here. Very similar to Ultra Bounce and RC model. In the shot we can see them in comparison with Response Super. Response Super have more cushioning than these ones, softer than these ones, but not as good outsoles. Those are even worse than these ones. From the shot we can see the space inside of that toe box. Runfalcon 3 has more space, but both of them are fitting well for my feet, you know. I have regular width in my feet, so they aren't wide or anything. The outsoles in Response Super feel more sticky, and I don't like that sticky because usually they have a bit better grip, but they also won't last as much as the other ones because they are a bit too soft. It's always a trade, so you have to pick your poison, you know. Here we can see the Adidas Response in comparison with this Runfalcon 3.0. In cushioning, the ones in black, they have a bit softer, but almost the same, you know, like on the heel. But in forefoot, it's like 2 times cushioning and the softness under the toe box. Both are true to size for my feet. Above the toe box space, the green ones still have more space in the toe box than the black ones. Same was in Response Super, but I still have plenty of space with my regular feet inside. None of these models are reflective. Above the tongue, the black ones have a bit more narrow that tongue, and I like it the one from the green ones that fit a bit better to my instep. The outsole from Response is much better than the other one. It's one of my favorite on this year. I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. If you have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because that is so important for me. Have a nice day and please take care of you.